Here they come. They're riding fast and they're riding hard. It's time for excitement and adventure in the West with Bobby Benson and his B-Bar Beat Rider.
B-Bar Beat!
Today's exciting story, Killer Whales. Just north of the Big Bend, a speeding car races along the back road, spewing a cloud of dust behind it. In it are two men, their grim faces bearing the unmistakable pallor that comes from years spent in prison cells. Then, as the car reels around one of the many turns in the road, with a scream of tortured rubber, one of the men nervously turns to the other.
Hey, Pete, take it easy, will you? Slow down or we'll crack up.
We gotta get away from the cops, don't we? I bet every cop in the country's looking for us since we broke jail, Mousy.
Well, it won't do no good to get killed. And this here car won't last much longer at the speed you're driving.
We won't need the car much longer. Once we reach the Big Bend, we're swiping us a couple of horses at some ranch and ditch the car.
Horses? Are you kidding?
That was the plan. We switch horses and then wait near the border for the guy who's supposed to lead us across.
Well, I still don't like it. Why don't we try to cross the border in a car?
With the Border Patrol just waiting for us? Don't be a dope.
Yeah, but how do we know we can trust this guy that's supposed to lead us across the border? How do we know he won't throw in with the cops?
With 100 sheriffs that'd give their eye teeth to get him? No, Sad Sam won't cross us.
Hey, look up ahead, Pete. Cops.
A roadblock. They've set up a roadblock.
Well, what are we going to do?
Only one thing to do. We're crossing it.
You can't. Pete will be killed.
Shut up and get your head down, Mousy.
No, Pete, don't try it.
We're crashing through.
But, Pete, no. Pete, I tell you, don't try it.
You see?
Hey, we made it.
So we did. Go ahead, coppers. Shoot all you want. You won't get us. You'll never get us.
Meanwhile, down on the B-Bar-B, one of the ranch hands, yes, you guessed it, Windy Wales, is off on one of his incredible flights of fancy.
Yes, sirree, Windjammer Wales, they used to call me. Back in the days when I hunted whales up near the Arctic, I doggone it
Now, wait a minute, Windy. Are you trying to tell us that you were a whale fisherman?
Didn't I never tell you about that, little boss? Now, how could I ever have forgot? Why, sure. I caught me so many of them darn critters, they used to call me Whale Killer Wales.
Oh,
A
Windy.
killer of whales, is it now? And is that how come you spout off all the time?
Now, you listen here, Irish. I ain't gonna...
Hey, hold on, you two. Here comes Harka.
Oh.
Hi, Harka.
Oh.
Oh, hey, where's Tex, Harka? Didn't he come back from town with you?
No, Bobby boy. He go with Sheriff.
Sheriff? Doggone, what's up, Harka?
There'll be two men escaped from prison. Come this way.
Oh, golly, escaped convicts?
See, Bobby boy. Sheriff make a posse, try to catch.
Oh, and Tex with them. Oh, golly, I hope he doesn't get hurt.
Tex can take care of himself, Bobby. Don't you worry about him.
Do you know where the posses are going, Harka?
They're going to wait at drive past cross border. Hope to catch men there.
That's where most of them darn outlaws try to cross the border. Doggone, I wonder if I ought to go up there and lend a hand in case them outlaws...
Hey, that sounds like Amigo. I wonder what's bothering him.
Maybe he's lonesome in the corral with nothing but horses. The way you treat him, he must think he's human.
Oh, that horse be better than a lot of humans.
Well, you're right there, Harka. Well, I reckon I'd better go around to the corral and see what's bothering him.
Hey, do you want me to go with you, Bobby?
No, don't bother, Irish. Probably nothing important. Oh, golly, amigo, why are you kicking up such a rumpus? There's nothing to get excited about. Why do you keep staring at that chair?
Grab him, Mousy.
Hey!
Keep the kid quiet, slug him.
Hey, Irish, help!
That'll keep him quiet.
Blasted kid had a stumble on us. Come on, we've got to get out of here fast. Get up, let's go!
Look, fellas, he's been hurt.
And there go the two fellas who done it.
Never mind them now, little boss.
Bobby boy, you'll be all right.
Oh, golly, Harka. Hey, those two fellers, where are they?
They get away. Take two of our horses.
Oh, golly, we gotta get after them. I'll bet they're the two convicts everybody's looking for.
Glory be, it's a miracle they didn't kill you.
Well, we gotta go get them.
Easy, Bobby boy. More better we let Posse try to catch. They be too dangerous.
Oh, doggone, I'm not letting anyone steal our horses and get away with it.
Yeah, and slugging you like they done.
Well, how about it, fellas? Are we going after them?
Doggone it all, what are we waiting on? Saddle up, fellas, and let's ride.
Trail, turn here, go left.
Oh, golly, from the looks of those tracks, they sure were going fast. We'll never catch them at this rate.
Well, you're bound to be slow when you have to follow another fellow's trail. Our only hope is it does stop a spell.
Yes, sir, and when they do, we'll get them.
But what we do then when we catch them?
What do you mean, what do we do? Why, I'll
No,
tell.
hold on a minute. No, Hark is right. After all, there are only 3 of us and Bobby. And those fellas are dangerous.
Oh, so what?
So there's no sense in asking for trouble. The smart thing to do would be to get the whole posse here.
Oh, but golly, Harris, they're miles from here. We just can't give up after trailing the convicts this far.
We're not giving up. But here's what we're going to do. Harker, you and Bobby and I'll follow the trail like we've been doing.
Hey, but what about me?
Wendy, you ride over to where the posse is waiting and bring them here. We'll mark the trail from here so as you can follow us easy.
Doggone, I ain't going to do it. Why don't one of you ride for the posse?
Because you're going to do it.
But you're liable to need a good fighting man like me if you catch up with them outlaws.
Don't worry, Wendy. You'll be in on any fighting there is. We won't tackle them until you get here with the posse.
I still don't like
Now
it.
stop arguing, Wendy, and get going.
Yes, but
Irish right, Windman. This be best way.
Doggone, Harker, the way you and Irish always agree, you'd think you was one man.
Well, we both know what has to be done. Now, are you going to go get the posse?
Well, all right. But I still think I'm getting the short end of the deal.
Yes, sirree, Pete. This sure is a swell setup.
I told you all we got to do is stick to the plan, and we're as good as out of the country.
I hope we don't have to camp in this cave for long, though. Somebody's liable to spot us here.
Mousy, there ain't a living soul in miles. I lived here for a couple of years once, so I know.
Yeah, but what about them B-Bar-B riders that was chasing us?
They'll never find us. Heck, didn't we double back on our trail to throw them off?
Yeah, but you never can
Now,
tell
quit
them.
whining, Mousy, and relax. All we got to do is wait till Sad Sam gets here, and then let him lead us across the border.
Yeah, but when'll that be?
Well, no telling about that. The Sad Sam is wanted by so many sheriffs that he's got to be mighty careful. Might even take a couple of days to arrive.
I sure hope not.
Me too, but all we can do is wait. You know, I'm sort of interested in seeing what this Sad Sam looks like.
You never seen him?
Well, not many people have and live to tell about it. But they say he's a real character. Practically cries when he's got to kill someone. That's where he got his nickname.
A crying killer.
Yep, and he... Hey,
What is it, Pete? You see something?
look over there where I'm pointing.
See him?
It's a rider heading this way. You reckon it's a lawman?
Not out here. Besides, look at how slow he's coming.
Hey, Pete, maybe that's Sad Sam.
That's what I figure, but no sense taking chances. Come on. We'll sneak down there and take a closer look at him.
Come on, Mabel. Get along there. We got to go get that posse. But doggone, all I can say is it's sure a sad thing when they turn a fighting man like killer whales into a darned errand boy. Well, I remember the time I come up again the James boys. I just whipped out my gun like this.
Hold it, Sam. Don't shoot. Don't shoot.
Hey, where'd you two come from?
Golly, Pete, how'd he ever spot us where we was hiding?
Listen, this Sad Sam ain't got a reputation like his for nothing. You are sad, aren't you, friend?
Why, doggone it, I sure am, but how did you fellers know?
Well, we're the 2 convicts that you're supposed to lead across the border.
The two.
That's right. And it sure is a pleasure to meet up with a famous outlaw like you, Sad Sam. A real pleasure.
Yes, sirree, fellers. I've killed so many men, the cemetery owners made me a partner. And the undertakers, why, they call me Santa Claus Sam because of all the business I send them.
Gee.
God.
Yes, sirree. Say, you there. What is it they call you?
Mousy Sam.
Mousy Sam, eh? Well, Mousy Sam, go open a couple of cans of beans for me.
Hey, you've eaten up darn near all our supplies already. We need that stuff to cross the border.
Are you
with.
talking back to me? Because if you are...
No, Sam, please, put your guns away. Mousy didn't mean anything. Are you crazy, Mousy? This guy's a killer. Watch what you say to him.
Yeah. I didn't mean anything, Sam, honest.
Well, just watch yourself. I can't stand folks questioning me. Why, just the other day I was introduced to a feller and had to kill him for asking personal questions.
Why? What did he ask you?
Why, the darn fool just met me, and he asks, how do you do? So I shot him.
Holy smokes, just for that?
Yep, can't stand personal questions. Now go get me them beans, Mousy Sam.
Yeah, sure, Sam.
Yes, sirree.
Here you are, Sam. Here.
Thanks. I sure love my beans.
Sam.
Huh? Oh, that's me. Yeah?
Now, don't get sore, Sam, but don't you think we ought to get going across the border?
Say that again.
Oh, not that I'm trying to tell you your business, of
You
course.
better not.
I just thought...
Then quit thinking. We'll leave when I say so.
Sure, Sam, sure.
You know, this reminds me of the time I found myself alone again a pack of 1,000 bloodthirsty Indians.
Well, I heard something.
Mousy Sam, you interrupted me.
I'm sorry, Sam, but I swear I heard someone...
You sure did, mister. Reach, all of you. Hey, look, there's a guy at the entrance.
He's got the drop on us.
Doggone, now who are you?
Me? I'm Sad Sam.
Sad Sam?
Feet, get going.
Hold it, all of you. First man that moves had better start whistling the funeral march.
Well, how can you be Sad Sam? This is Sad Sam.
How do you do?
You don't say. Well, you there, you've been using my name.
Well, I just found it laying around. Didn't think you'd mind.
Well, I do. Now, you two. Are you the men I'm supposed to lead across the border?
Yeah, Then you are the real Sad Sam.
Of course I am.
But who's this fellow, then?
My name's Windy Wales, and I'm mighty pleased to meet you.
Shut up. Now, you two. Get your horses ready. We're leaving.
You're going to take us across the border now?
What about this Wales fellow? We can't let him go.
We're not letting him go.
You mean you're going to...
It makes me real sad, boys, but I'm afraid there's only one thing to do with Mr. Wales. Just one thing.
Hey, now, fellers, no, keep away from me, fellers. Help!
Howdy, boy. Irish.
Did you find the trail again, Harker?
Start over here by edge of rock. Go that way.
Oh, golly, then they're still heading back toward the ranch.
It looks like they circled around to try and throw us off the track.
Oh, golly, well, that's the way Windy went when we sent him for the posse. You don't suppose he might have run into the convicts, do you?
That would be worry, Harker.
Oh, gosh, if he did, he wouldn't have a chance. They're desperate. They'll kill on sight.
Now, Bobby, there's no sense in getting upset.
But, Irish, if Windy ran into them...
Now, just because the two were heading in the same direction as Windy is no reason they had to meet. And it's not going to do us any good to go jumping to conclusions and worrying about what might have happened.
I guess you're right, Irish.
Why, sure. Why, right now, I'll bet Windy is heading this way with Tex and the posse.
Oh, I sure hope so. If anything was to happen to Windy, Oh, come on, fellas. Let's get after those outlaws and find out.
All right, you two. Now, you ready to ride?
I reckon so, Sam. You think we can make it across the border by nightfall?
That's what I figure on.
What about the posse that's after us?
They're all waiting down by Dry Pass. Only we're not going that way. I know an old trail through a spot called Coffin Canyon.
Coffin Canyon? What a name.
It's a fitting name, boys. A canyon's up in the mountains, and it's shaped just like a coffin. Besides, back in the days when the Indians was the only ones in these parts, they caught a wagon train there and wiped it out completely.
Hey, and that's the way we're going?
That's the way. But don't let it worry you. We won't have no trouble. The posse will never think you're looking for us there.
I hope you're right.
I'm always right.
Sure, Sam, sure. I didn't mean I was doubting you.
He sure took care of that Wales feller.
Yeah?
Him and his big talk about being a killer. He ain't doing no talking now.
Oh, now, why'd you have to bring that up? It always makes me sad to think of things like that.
Oh, no, heck, Sam. We had to take care of him. Couldn't let him go.
Yeah, but when I'm such a soft-hearted fella, hard.
Yeah, Sam, sure.
But I reckon what has to be, has to be. Okay, boys, on the horses, let's go.
Now, wait a minute, Sam. What about this campfire and the other signs that we was here? Shouldn't we hide them?
What for?
Or suppose someone was to stumble across them. They might guess it was us and trail us.
What do you mean?
Just leave that to me, boys. Take my word. If anybody should stumble across this cave, they won't follow us. Now get on those horses and let's go.
Tracks lead to cave, all right. None go away.
Oh, then they're still inside the cave. Come on, let's go farther.
No, wait, Bobby. Harky and I'll handle this. You stay here.
Oh, but golly, Irish.
Bobby, I won't take a chance of you getting hurt.
Oh, I've got to go, Irish. Those fellas may have Windy in there. You gotta let me go with you. Please.
All right, Bobby, but Hark and I'll go first. You stay behind us. And if there's any shooting, you get under cover.
Okay, Irish.
All right, then. Come on, Harky, let's go. To go this way so they not see us from cave. Now, through here.
I don't hear anything.
Maybe they're asleep. You got your gun ready, Harker? We're almost to the entrance. You're ready. All right. Let's go! All right, drop your guns. Up. Where?
There's no one in here.
Well, where'd they go? Tracks lead to cave, but not go away. Must be here.
Only they're not. The cave's empty.
Well, someone else camped here, all right. Look, you can see the fire is still smoldering. There's some empty cans.
Yeah. Fellas!
Glory be. Why, that looks like...
Windy's neckerchief. Windy was here.
Now, Bobby, don't give up hope. He may still be all right. Just because he met with them outlaws doesn't mean he was...
Look at the neckerchief.
Oh, glory be. There's blood on it. There's blood all over it.
Fellas, Windy's been killed. Did you find anything, Harker?
Find out why it looked like convicts vanish into air.
You did?
Come, let me show you.
Oh, golly, though, I don't see how they could get away without leaving any tracks.
They'll leave tracks, but not can't be looked for. Here. See? Here in sand. Looked like someone draw a line.
Oh, golly, it runs from the cave off down the slope.
Yes, and here's another line just like it, about 3 feet away.
Oh, but what does it mean, Hark?
The old trick to hide tracks. Fellas tie blankets back of horse so drag on ground. Blankets wipe out tracks. Just leave funny lines on edge.
Oh, golly, so that's how they did it.
That's strictly a Western trick, though. I wonder how them 2 convicts come to think of it. Maybe that'd be the idea of other men.
What other man?
You look at tracks lead to cave. There'd be tracks of 4 horses.
Well, I guess we could follow the marks that blanket made.
Be hard, Bobby boy. Make us go real slow.
Well, maybe Tix and the posse will catch him when they try to cross the border.
No, Bobby boy. Posse way to drive past. These fellas go other way towards mountain.
Towards the mountain, but... Oh, golly, that's no way to cross the border.
No, wait, Bobby. There is a pass through the mountains that leads across the border. A spot called Coffin Canyon.
Oh, then that must be where they're heading.
Yeah, but we'd never catch them. They've got too much of a head start.
But we've just got to get them, Irish.
Wait, Bobby boy. There'll be old trail my people know. Shortcut to place called Coffin Canyon.
A shortcut?
See.
Then maybe we could catch them there. Do you remember how to get there, Hark?
Me think so. Not can be sure. It's a long time since me take that trail.
Well, we'll just have to take that chance. Come on, boys. Let's ride!
Hey, you, Mousy! Slap leather to that horse and come on.
Okay. Get out there, horse.
Don't go driving behind like that. We're almost to Coffin Canyon, and I don't want to lose either of you.
Well, doggone, I'm sore from riding this blame animal. You 2 fellas are used to horses, but I ain't.
It's better than being back in prison, ain't it?
Don't mind Mousy, Sam. He's always griping about something.
Well, tell him to shut up. I agreed to lead you 2 across the border, and that's what I'm doing, but I don't have to listen to your whining.
I'm sorry, Sam.
How much further is it to the border?
Just a couple of miles, but it's rough country. See up there ahead where the mountains split?
Yeah?
That's Coffin Canyon.
Hey, how do we get up there?
There's a trail leads straight up through the canyon. And once through, we're practically across the border.
If that posse ain't waiting there for us.
I told you there won't be. Now, come on, and we'll... No, hold on.
What's wrong?
That Wales critter is slipping off his horse. I reckon I didn't tie him on as tight as I should have.
I still don't see why you brought him along instead of killing him back at the cave.
Because it ain't my style. I never know when we're liable to run into trouble, and I like to have me a hostage along.
Hey, why don't you take the gag out of his mouth a second, Sam, and see what he has to say?
Sure. What about it, Wales? Enjoying your trip?
You low-down varmints. If you didn't have me tied up like a Christmas package, I'd sure show you. And if you don't untie me right now, let me go.
I think I'd better keep that gag in. It makes traveling with him a lot easier on the ears. Okay, boys. I've got him lashed on good. Let's ride on to Coffin Canyon.
Glory be. What a climb.
Yeah, but we made it, Irish. This is Coffin Canyon.
It'd be a hard climb. But more fast than take trail with horses.
Oh, if only we beat those outlaws here.
We did, Bobby. Bobby, look.
Oh, where, Irish?
Down there. See? You can see the trail leading up here towards the canyon. And that must be them outlaws coming up it.
Yeah, I see them, but... Hey, there are 4 horses.
Look like Windman's horse.
Oh, but what's that they've got tied across the horse's back?
Glory be, that's Windy, and he's alive.
Alive? But how can you tell from this distance?
I saw him move, that's how. He was just a-kicking his legs.
Windy alive? Oh, golly. Oh, thank goodness.
More better we save thanks for later. First we find way to catch outlaws.
Oh, golly, that's right.
We don't dare try to shoot it out with them now. Not when Windy's with them.
Oh, but what else is there to do? We're certainly not going to surrender. Not when there are only 3 of us.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
Do you have an idea, Irish?
You just bet I have, and I think it'll work.
But what is it?
Bobby, when those outlaws get into this canyon, they're not going to be up against just the 3 of us. No, sirree. They're going to find themselves up against a whole doggone army.
Well, what are you talking about, Irish?
You'll see, Bobby. But we've got to work fast. Now, first of all, take all the bullets out of your gun.
So this is Coffin Canyon, Sam.
Yeah, but it's easy to see how it got its name. Steep walls on all sides and just a narrow entrance at either end.
I'm sure glad that posse don't know of this pass. They could turn it into a death trap for us.
Well, I don't know. Why, I'll bet there ain't a living soul within...
Drop those guns and get your hands in the air.
Hey, there's somebody at the pass. We just came through.
You drop guns or we shoot.
And more ahead of us. We're trapped.
You're outnumbered. You might as well surrender.
What are we going to do, Sam? There's no cover.
We're sitting out here like clay pigeons. That posse can pick us off without no trouble if we don't surrender.
Surrender nothing. We're not beaten yet. You there! We got one of your men named Windy Wales. If you don't let us through, we'll kill him.
Here, I'll pull his gag off so they can hear it's him. Hold still, you.
Okay, you. Now say something so they know we got you.
Come on, cowboy, say something.
You bet I will. Get up, Mabel.
Grab him, you fool!
The horse got away from me.
And there he goes, heading for the pass.
Now stop him! Shoot him!
Parker, let him have it.
Hey, they're shooting at us.
There must be 100 of them. We're outnumbered. All right, hold your fire. We surrender. We surrender.
Oh, God, we did it, fellas. We did it. Oh, come on, Irish.
Right with you, Bobby.
Hey, it's the kid from the B-Bar B.
And one of the cowpokes, but where are the others?
There aren't any others. Just the 3 of us.
What? Why, you...
Yeah, but it's too late for that now unless it do you any good. Keep those hands up.
But all them shots we heard. No 3 men can fan their guns that fast.
We didn't use a gun. We just tied all our shells on a couple of pieces of rope and lowered them into a fire. When they went off, it sounded like a whole ding-dong bunch of us.
Well, I'll be hanged.
You probably will. Come on, Mabel. Get over there, and one of you fellas untie me.
Take it easy, Wendy. First, we got to get this bunch tied up.
Well, brother, if this don't take the cake.
I guess you're not as smart as you thought, eh?
Hey, fellas, come on and cut me loose.
Well, they were pretty smart at that, though, Irish. They made Windy keep quiet, and that's more than we've ever been able to do.
And so ends another exciting adventure in the Big Bend country of Texas.